Good morning everyone, guess where we are today? We are at Chessington South as we undertake this journey on Route 71 from Chessington North station up to Kingston. So I just left Chessington North station. Always keep saying Chessington South for some reason. So this is Moor Lane as we head westwards on towards the Leatherhead Road here at Chessington North. Hope everyone's all good, keeping out of trouble, keeping out of mischief as I am. So yeah, I thought I'd do this short vlog on Route 71 from Chessington North through to Kingston on this fine August afternoon in 2025. Just coming up to this roundabout here with the Leatherhead Road, the A243 Leatherhead Road, where we shall be heading northwards towards the direction of Hook and Surbiton. So if you go down there, that takes you down towards Chessington World of Adventures. So we're going to be taking the third exit up here as we head north towards the direction of Surbiton. So this is the A243 Leatherhead Road, which connects Kingston with Leatherhead. Most of this section of Leatherhead Road is dual carriageway, as you can see. Travelling on one of the first Bus London Volvo hybrid vehicles, one of the former London United vehicles, or RATP London United as it was. Now of course first Bus London. So in a few seconds we're coming in towards the district that is called Hook, where the K2 route terminates. K2 being one of the Kingston area satellite routes. So this is Hook Parade we're passing through now. Seen one of the K2 buses pull away from Hook on its way towards Kingston via Berrylands, Tolworth, Surbiton and Berrylands, all the way through the back streets and back doubles. We're going the more direct route to Surbiton via the main road. So at this point we're heading due north. This slight hill. Coming up to the North Star pub on the right hand side. One of the few pubs on this part of Leatherhead Road. That's the North Star we're passing on the right hand side. Coming up on the left hand side, that's Hook Recreation Ground. And very shortly we shall be passing over the A3 at the Hook Junction, Hook Roundabout. There's a direction sign there on the left hand side for the junction with the A3. coming up to the Hook roundabout where we cross over the A3. A3 being the main road that links London with Portsmouth. Over there on the left hand side, that's the old Cap in Hand pub, which has been closed for a long time now. So that's the A3 down there, that takes you towards Guildford and Portsmouth. And then we do a left as we head towards Surbiton. August 2025 marks 40 years since the 71 lost its route masters. Early August 1985 was when the 85 lost its route masters, and with vehicles being replaced by one-person operated metro buses. So there's another 71 coming up on the other side of the road, on the ex-London United Volvo B5LH hybrid vehicles. There it is, heading to Chessington World of Adventures, along with the ABBA Voyage advert on its offside. ABBA Voyage, which I've still yet to see. So we're now on Brighton Road, or Upper Brighton Road, and Hook Road. Hook Road becomes Brighton Road a bit further on as we approach Surbiton. Left a sofa down there on the side of the road. A bit of luxury there to this part of Surbiton. That's the Maypole pub we're passing on the left hand side. Another 71 passing us. One of the older Volvo, Wright Gemini built Volvos. When I was a kid, I actually remember seeing route masters on the 71 route back in the early to mid 80s, before the route was converted in 1985. So this is a small mini roundabout we're coming up to at the junction with Kingsdown Road to our right.
71 to Kingston.
Being overtaken by a Waitrose lorry. Waitrose being one of my favourite shops in Surbiton. That's Kingsdown Road leading off on the right hand side of this roundabout. So we're going to go straight on along the Upper Brighton Road. It's nice and leafy along here. It's really rural and countrified along here. It's a lovely street road. On the left hand side, that's the Royal Star and Garter home for ex-servicemen. There's a 465 passing us on its way to Dorking, along with the K1 on its way to New Malden via Tolworth. The original Royal Star and Garter home used to be located in Richmond. Hit by a tree there. we slowly make our way towards Surbiton town centre. There's a southwestern main line up ahead with a class 450 crossing over us on its way to Waterloo, London Waterloo. So we're about to pass beneath the southwestern main line underneath this railway bridge. And very shortly we'll be turning right into Surbiton town centre itself. Also on the left here is this wonderful old traffic sign, this yellow traffic sign dating from the 1950s, which is still in place after all these years. So now we're coming into Surbiton. We'll be turning right at this junction into Victoria Road. So if you carry on straight ahead, that takes you towards Thames Ditton and Hampton Court. We're turning right into Victoria Road, into the heart of Surbiton town centre. Also show you this brief mural on the right hand side, this mosaic which we'll be coming up to, showing the transport developments of Surbiton over the years. Very tight junction this, so we've got to be very careful when we pull out. So on the right hand side just here, there's the two mosaics just down there of Surbiton's transport history over the years. There's a K3 on its way to Esher. Lovely little route, the K3, that takes you all the way from Roehampton Vale out to Esher.
Surbiton Station.
Via the Claygate and Esher commuter belt. On the left hand side we have the famous Victoria pub here in Surbiton, where I've occasionally gone to have a bit of lunch. Lovely little pub. So this is Victoria Road in the heart of Surbiton. This is Surbiton sort of high street, if you will. And we've got a badly parked van on the right hand side. Got this other 71 allowing us to pass through. VH 45133 passing on our right hand side. Very shortly we shall be coming up to Surbiton Station on the right hand side as well. So this is my dear Surbiton, heart of suburbia. We're just here on the right hand side, there's Surbiton Station there in its 1930s Art Deco glory. Surbiton Station being rebuilt by the Southern Railway back in 1937 to its Art Deco styling that you've got there. There's a K4 on its way to Mansfield Park, which is technically Chessington. Certainly not the Mansfield in Nottinghamshire. Now at this junction up ahead we shall be turning left towards Kingston. If you go straight ahead, that's St Mark's Hill, that takes you towards Tolworth. There's another K1 on its way to New Malden via Tolworth. So we've got this lovely little mini roundabout and this lovely parade of Edwardian shops on the right hand side as we go into Claremont Road.
Claremont Road, Surbiton Station.
So we've got on the left hand side of Claremont Road, you've got these 1930s Art Deco shops and the Waitrose supermarket on the left hand side, which was built on the site of the old Surbiton Odeon. Also in the centre of your screen we've got the famous Coronation Clock Tower, which was erected in 1902 to commemorate the visit of King Edward VII to Surbiton.
71.
And one of my favourite spots in Surbiton, which is Claremont Gardens. So this is the southern end of Claremont Road here in Surbiton. You've got this fine Edwardian architecture here. Absolutely stunning architecture. And then you've got this 1930s Art Deco architecture on the left hand side. There's a Coronation Clock Tower. And the Claremont Gardens on the left hand side. As we head north towards Kingston, or Kingston up on Thames if you want to be posh. This is another one of my favourite streets in Surbiton. Claremont Road with its trees and greenery. It's a lovely little spot, especially at this time of the year when all the trees are in full leaf. So very shortly we shall be crossing over into Surbiton Crescent. There's another 71 on its way down to Chessington World of Adventures passing us. And we've got a 281 on its way to Tolworth. So this is Surbiton Crescent. On the right hand side is Surbiton High School for Girls.
71 to Kingston.
So it's a lovely little street here, Surbiton Crescent. More trees being bounced off us. So very shortly we shall be turning left into Penguin Road, or as I call it, Penguin Road. Shortly to go past Kingston University. So at this junction here we'll be turning left towards the direction of Kingston. If you turn right at this junction, that takes you down towards Tolworth. Up until 1962, this street also had trolley buses running along here on the 601 and 603 routes. 603 linking Richmond Park with Tolworth, and the 601 which links Tolworth with Twickenham. So at this junction up ahead we'll be turning right. If you turn left at this junction, that takes you towards the River Thames. So if you go that way, that takes you towards the River Thames. So we're heading north along Penguin Road. We'll shortly be passing the Kingston University campus on the right hand side, just behind these white buildings. So that's Kingston University there on the right hand side. We'll also be passing the site of the former County Hall on the left hand side. So all that buildings on the left hand side behind those trees, that used to be the old County Hall buildings. Also coming up on the left hand side, this modern building, that's Kingston Crown Court. Coming up to the college roundabout. So this is the college roundabout with its famous sculpture in the middle of the roundabout, with the paper aeroplane sculpture, as I call it. And we're following behind a K3. So at this next junction we'll be turning left into Brook Street. This is where the 65 terminates from Ealing Broadway. There's a 65 on the left hand side. Two 65s at their terminus. So this is the top end of Brook Street. So very shortly we'll be turning right into Eden Street as we come into Kingston Town Centre. So that K3 in front of us, that's operating on route K3 to Roehampton Vale. There's a number 71, two buses there for the price of one. So this is Eden Street in the heart of Kingston Town Centre. is a very busy part of Kingston town centre along here. Got 418 on its way to Epsom. 418 years ago used to be a green bus service. There's a 281 on its way to Tolworth. So the 406 and the 418 both used to be green buses back in the 60s, 70s and 80s, before they became part of the TfL route network in 2000. There's a 131 that's just pulled out in front of us. That's on its way to Wimbledon and Tooting. So this is the top end of Eden Street as we join Claremont Street in Kingston, along with the famous rainbow crossing in front of us. Kingston used to be where we used to do our shopping back in the 1980s when we lived in Wimbledon.
To Kingston.
When Claremont Street was still a busy one-way street. There's that K3 from earlier on its way to Roehampton Vale Asda from Esher. Quite a posh route, the K3, going all the way from Esher to Kingston and Roehampton. Okay, Roehampton's not all that posh, but Esher and Kingston are. And Claygate. Claygate's awfully well to do, darlings. So that over there, that's Claremont Street. That's all pedestrianised now. That was pedestrianised back in 1988. And very shortly we'll be going past the famous out-of-order telephone box sculpture, made out of 12 redundant GPO K6 telephone boxes. And it's become quite a local landmark in Kingston. So what I'll do, I'll zoom in a bit. There's a famous out-of-order telephone box sculpture just there in the middle of your screen. There's the famous Prism nightclub on the right-hand side. That used to be Options back in the 80s. And then you've got the Kingston Odeon on the right-hand side, the famous rotunda. That used to be the old Kingston bus station and Kingston bus garage, until it closed in 2000, where the building was eventually demolished. And to me that was an absolute travesty when that happened. There's Kingston Railway Station in the middle of your screen there. Kingston Railway Station being rebuilt by the Southern Railway in 1935. And you can just see a class 455 over on the bridge there over Richmond Road, calling in at Kingston Station. As we wait at these traffic lights where we'll be shortly turning right, where we have to alight from the bus. So that class 455, that's heading towards London Waterloo, where the next stop on the service will be Norbiton, followed by New Malden, Rains Park, Wimbledon, Earlsfield, Clapham Junction, Vauxhall and London Waterloo. There's a 285 on Richmond Road there. So we'll now turn right onto Cromwell Road, where we shall be alighting from the bus at Kingston Cromwell Road bus station on the left, coming up on the left hand side, which has since been rebuilt, and it looked very similar in appearance to the bus station at West Croydon. So that's Kingston Cromwell Road bus station on the left hand side. Alighting from the bus as we reach the end of the line. So I'm just going to make my way down. So this is Cromwell Road bus station in all its glory, as you can see, and a very nice bus station it is too. There's a 285 on the left hand side. Looks like the cloisters of an abbey, this bus station, which is, I suppose, is quite appropriate, bearing in mind that Hampton Court Palace is down the road. So it sort of resembles the cloisters of an abbey or a palace. There's a 285 there, prior to its departure to Heathrow Airport. And one thing I really love that clock, TFL clock. So what we're going to do, we're going to look this way, and as you can see, it looks like the cloisters of an abbey. And I really do love that clock, very snazzy clock. So it's a very nicely done bus station. So now we're in Cromwell Road itself as we cross over on our way to Kingston Station. On the right here, that used to be the old smoke box model railway shop, where I used to spend many happy Saturday afternoons in there buying models or railway magazines and books and what have you. So we're coming up to the junction with Richmond Road on the right hand side, which obviously takes you to Richmond. So we're going to cross over. So we're crossing over Richmond Road. So if you continue up that way, that takes you towards Richmond, which is about 4 miles up the road. There's Kingston Station there in its 1930s Art Deco splendour with the 1970s BR logo on the front. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video. Hope you enjoy this video, and I shall say tar for the like.